In this video, it will be explained how to convert between molar units and mass units. This is an important skill to have in to do well in chemistry classes or for people who pursue a career in science. So let's start with an example calculation. We might need to convert between grams and moles of different types of chemicals. It might be just an absolute gram amount to an absolute molar amount, or it might be the concentration in something like grams per liter to moles per liter. So let's use this calculation to get some experience with this. We could ask ourselves, how many grams per liter is a 1 micromolar solution of glucose? Well, to convert between molar and mass units, we need to know the molecular weight. So if you need to know the molecular weight of the compound that you're working with, you can actually Google it. You can just you can Google it and see what comes up. If you find at least two sources that agree with each other, it's very likely to be correct. Also, these days, when you look up chemicals in Wikipedia, it tends to have the molecular weight and it tends to be accurate. So from the internet, find the molecular weight, and then you'll use that in your calculations. So it was given in this question that the solution of glucose is at 1 micromolar, which is 1 micromole per liter. And next I will multiply by the molecular weight. What I'd like to do here is end up in units of something similar to grams per liter. I want to get the moles out of the units. Now we can cancel units if they're diagonal from one another. So if we have a certain unit in the numerator somewhere in the equation and in the denominator in another spot in the equation, we can cancel them out. And that's a goal in these calculations. But the problem here is that I've got micromole in the numerator and mole in the denominator. So I can't just cancel out those units yet. I need to make some modification to the numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert, or I'm going to change grams per mole to micrograms per micromole. You can do that as long as you do what you did to the numerator to the denominator, it's fine. So a microgram per micromole is the same as a gram per mole. So now I've got micromole in the numerator and micromole in the denominator, and I can cancel out those units. So now I see here that my answer is 180 micrograms per liter. Let's do another example calculation. How many moles per liter is a 1 gram per liter solution of glucose? So now I'm given the concentration in mass units per liter, and I need to convert over into a molar concentration. Okay, so this was given. The concentration of glucose is 1 gram per liter. Now I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the molecular weight. So remember the molecular weight was 180 grams per mole, but I'm trying to get my units into molar, so I want that mole to be in the numerator. I don't want it to be in the denominator, and I want my gram units to cancel out. And that's why I use the reciprocal of molecular weight as mole over 180 grams rather than writing it as 180 grams over mole. And now I cancel out my gram units, and I'm in the units of moles per liter. And if I just take 1 divided by 180, I get 0.00556 molar, or moles per liter. But that's an awkwardly small number. I'd like to change the units so that it's a more reasonable number, not so small. So I'm going to take that number and I'm going to convert it into millimolar instead of just molar. So I'm going to multiply by 1,000 millimole over mole, because there are 1,000 millimoles in 1 mole. So it's true that multiplying by 1,000 millimole over mole is the same as multiplying by 1. And the mole units cancel out. Now I'm into millimole units, and the answer is 5.56 millimolar, or 5.56 millimole per liter. I hope these example calculations were helpful in depicting how to convert between grams and moles and grams. If you found it useful, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel.